Hello and welcome back to One. My name is Beast, and today, as you can see, we'll be starting with Princess Evangile. Since it did actually win the vote with 14 votes. A total of 46 people voted. 14 voted for Princess Evangile, 9 for Fruits of Grisaia, and 7 for Sky Full of Stars. Then another 7 for just fucking record conception. So yeah, people really didn't like the idea of me doing 2 VNs at the same time, apparently. So I suppose I won't then. That's how easy that is. Actually, did anything change? Nope, nothing changed. So yeah, thus, today, we'll be going Princess Evangile. Also, as per usual, how the little roulette goes at the beginning of these parts. On the left-hand side, shut the fuck off, we don't need the opening. On the left-hand side, we have little Michiru in the arms of a crying Michiru from Chrono Clock. So yeah, depression. And on the right, we have the background you actually get when beating Arl's route in Blitzy Demons Aren't Love to Me. Where it's just like her with her eyes in a pose while just pictures of her CGs are just in the background. So that's really nice. Also, setting up this recording has been this time's capture has been fucking pain in the ass. Because of the shape of the screen. It's like when it's like perfectly fit to the screen, like vertically, it's too large horizontally. And I couldn't just like pick, hey, fit it horizontally, since there's like these black bars up here, right above where I'm currently pointing. Actually, do you not see the mouse? Oh, there we go. You do see the mouse. I'm just fucking stupid. So yeah, like right above here, there's like this black maw, basically. And that's basically in the way there. You can even like see briefly that it turns into a normal mouse. But yeah, that's how we'll be going. Also, to anyone who dares ask again, no, I won't do Aqua's route. A lot of people have been asking me about that, and I've mentioned multiple times that I won't do that. People just don't understand it for some reason. So yeah, let me just make this clear again. I will not do Aqua's route. Also, something I feel the need to mention is, I set the system voice to Best Girl. Wonder if you can guess who said Best Girl is. Oh well. Anyways, let's get started, shall we? Chapter 0, Cold Weather... Shut the fuck up, Rize. Your name is Rize. Her name was Rize, right? I'm not crazy, right? I'm not a fucking idiot, right? Phew. I breathed into my hand. Oh, it's more of a... then, I guess. Also, I got beer with me again. This time, this one's already opened. And even if it wasn't open, it's one with a cap that you can put back on, like a regular cap as you would see on like a lemonade bottle. So yeah, I do have one with that I can open with a bottle opener though, so we'll get to see. We'll still get to hear that nice crisp sound today. So yeah, I think I forgot to talk about. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, yeah. I'm actually looking to buy a new mouse now, because the one I have right now, it's just like it doesn't accept the right input sometimes, which has gotten rather annoying while playing Custom Hero Chaos, because I've been playing a lot of Custom Hero Chaos as of late for some fucking reason. And yeah, let's say like that, using Swashbuckle, which I really like as an ability, has gotten difficult. Anyways, I breathed into my hands. It was cold. Damn, it's cold out here! You just mentioned that. The sun had set and it was so cold I had a hard time believing that school was starting soon. Of course, the state of my wallet was probably affecting my perception of the weather, as was my lack of a place to go. This time I sighed. Oh, more like a... like, that isn't a sigh. That was like a... whew. Like... like an H and then a bunch of A's would be more like, what is it? Breathing into your hands. Anyways, full moon hung heavily over me. My name is Okonogi Masaya, and the cold I felt ran deep. I mean, sure, he's calls Masaya, but is he, Aokana Masaya? Sadly, he's not, so he's not as good. My story started the day before. I'm tired. As usually, I returned to my apartment after work. Even though I was home, there was nothing fun to do there but stare at my father's face. I was back in my hometown for the first time in a year. I thought about rounding up my friends for karaoke, but I don't think I could see them now. Besides, I was broke. The apartment we were in now didn't require a finder's fee or security deposit, but we had to pay the first 3 months' rent in advance. That had wiped out what little savings I had. But running away with nothing but the clothes on our backs definitely saved a lot on moving expenses. However, no matter how much you save, it costs money to start a new life. I had always been poor, but now I was on the verge of being penniless. I've only just started my job and I don't get paid until the 20th of next month. What was I going to do until then? My anxious thoughts swirled around in my head, but I forced myself to stop. It was pointless to focus on the negative. Fine, I'll just go to sleep! Possibly due to my numerous part-time jobs, I hadn't had any time to sleep lately. Even though one of my redeeming features had always been taking care of myself, enough not to get sick, I mounted the old rusted stairs that felt like they would give way with every step. My old man and I holed up in a room on the 2nd floor. Hold up. My mom is not here. Those mob guys must have been back. Dad spent most of his time lazing around the house or fleeing from loan sharks. Of course, I told him to get a job a number of times. When I did, he gave me this strange little smile and say,
ごめんね、マサヤ君。父さん、箸より重たいものを持ったことがないんだ。
He was really helpless. Huh? Turned on the lights. There was a scrap of paper and an envelope on the table. I checked the paper first. It was my old man's handwriting, written in a dollar store memo pad.
生活に疲れました。父さんは旅に出ます。
Of course. I let us sigh, then threw the note in the trash can. I put my hand on my chest. Compared to the sadness I experienced when my mother left, all I could feel now was relief. I glanced around the room and noticed what few belongings my dad had were now gone. My old man really had left me. In any case, he had never contributed to our living expenses. Him being gone wasn't an issue. In fact, it might make things easier. What's this envelope? A farewell gift? I don't think he's got any money. And if he did, he wouldn't give it to me. There were 2 sheets of paper inside the envelope. As I expected, it wasn't a farewell gift. At all. I think I missed the at all, yeah. There was something written on them. I wondered why he'd kept this separate from the memo, though.
ところで、父さんたちが抱えていた借金ですが。
We? Oh, I'm pretty sure those debts are all yours.
この機会に、マサヤ君に一本化しておきました。
Huh?
同封した紙は例の極悪組への証文です。マサヤ君が寝ている間に母印を押しておきました。 てへ。まさやくん、よく寝ていたな。きっとバイトの疲れが溜まっているんでしょうね。バイトなんかはそこそこにして体には気をつけるんだぞ。お前の父さんより。
The next thing I knew, I had crumpled up the paper in my hand. Looked down at my thumb. That's where the red stain had come from. Hell bastard! 1 year ago, we left the town I had lived in all my life. Tsurugigaoka. There you go. Our family life had been falling apart for as long as I could remember. All because my father was a deadbeat. My mother had given up on him long ago, but didn't want to leave him until I'd reached a certain point in my life. Then, on the evening of my 10th birthday, she brought me to a park and said,
母さんね、お前が10歳になるまでは待とうと思っていたの。
For what?
離婚を。離婚の意味はわかるわね。
Yes.
10歳になれば、ある程度の分別も身につくわ。母さん、マサヤには、父さんと別れることも仕方のないことだと分かってほしかったの。
Take him with you!
こんなのは、親の勝手な言い草に過ぎないんでしょうけれど。
I shook my head. Even as a child, I understood that my parents couldn't stay together anymore.
そう。ありがとう。マサヤは優しいわね。
In the cold light of the street lamps, it seemed she was smiling for the first time.
じゃあマサヤ、友達とお別れする時間もなくて申し訳ないけれど、早速家を出るわよ。
Right now?
ええ。父さんと話し合いなんかしたら、きっと引き止められるに決まっている。そして、あの人のペースに巻き込まれてしまう。口のうまさに関しては天才的なんだから。母さんね、もう話し合いもしたくないの。
Thing is, I've experienced this game before, in the way of Lost Pauses playthrough. But, how long has that been? And even then, I only really remember something from Ayaka's route and Ritsuko's route, which, by the way, those two are like, two of the best girls. They aren't best girl, though.
「離婚届に判をついて置いておくわ。行き先ももちろん知らせない。マサヤが大人になった時は、たまには顔を合わせるのもいいでしょう。けれど、当面はこれっきり。さあ、行きましょう。荷物は少しずつまとめてあったの。あの人が帰らないうちに出ていくわよ。
I'm not going.
え？
My mother's eyes opened wide as she looked at me. There, it was as if her son started speaking an alien language. In my childish way, I explained to her that I felt that I couldn't just abandon my father. Mom would be fine on her own, but Dad wouldn't. That was the conclusion I had reached, which was why I couldn't go along with my mother. Mother was upset, but in the end, decided to cancel that day's flight. She spent some time trying to convince me, but in the end, she was the one who gave up.
わかったわ。
She left the house alone, promising to stay in contact with me. I could still clearly see the image of my mother walking off into the rainy night. In the end, Mom was right. I looked down at the crumpled paper in my hand. Now that I knew how the world worked, I realized Dad would have turned out this way whether I had been there or not. But what am I going to do about this? My thumbprint was on the loan. The interest rate was 30% every 10 days. What kind of cutthroat loan is that? 30%. A paper like this has no legal merit, but I doubt that logic was going to appease those two. My father's one redeeming feature was what my mother once called his genius way of talking around people. He managed to hold off even the most fearsome loan sharks with the most laid-back manner possible. Till last year, we had somehow managed to keep up, but then the debt debts got too big and my old man broke under the pressure. And that's when we ran away. Damn. Should have just stayed in Tsurugigaoka. Back then, a part of me still felt sorry for him. I had also just graduated from my old school. That sense of finality might have had some influence on my actions. Graduated, then fled to some unfamiliar land and enrolled in school there. I'd started to think that the loan sharks had given up and we'd made a clean break, when suddenly the local mafia came calling. How badly in debt did you get? I screamed at him, but my father just gave me that little smile and shook his head.
どうやら債権が渡ったようなんだよ。
My father's skill as a hustler had just made the situation even worse. Unable to get around his skill with words, the creditors had sold his loan to the mafia. The force they used to collect our debt was on a completely different scale. My dad had wheeled and dealed, but in the end he only bought us a year. And now we had once again returned to Tsurugigaoka.
やっぱり生まれ故郷が一番だもんね。
I was mad about the short notice as usual, but I couldn't say I wasn't glad to be going back home. Hold on. There we go. I had just finished my first year at school, so it was a good time to transfer. Problem was that, since he never earned any money, the loan wasn't going to just disappear. This time, we didn't even have a chance. I didn't even have a chance to catch my breath. A new creditor would be come calling soon. That was the goons. Their efforts to collect were much more violent. I had known we couldn't keep up this life much longer, but still. I never thought it would end like this. I was finally ready to abandon my old man. In my heart, he was no longer my father. From now on, I would just call him the bastard. But even so, what was I going to do? In the past, if a loan shark or a mob guy approached me, I could point them at the bastard, and that would be that. On a few occasions they'd gone after me, I could admit that the bastard was had still helped me out. But now that he was gone, I had to deal with it on my own this time. Me, an average student, like him, I knew I couldn't talk my way out of it like he could. What do I do? I sunk down onto the worn-out tatami mat. I had to run away, but to where? I'd already spent all of my money on rent. It felt like all my strength was leaving my body. Just then there was a rapid knocking on the door. I felt my limp body tense up instantly. Whoa! I thought I could pretend I wasn't home, but the door was so thin they could easily break it down. Each kick caused the door to rattle. It really did look like it was about to break inward. I quickly moved to the back of the room, opened the closet door and squeezed inside. Closing the door didn't block out much sound, but it cut off most of the light and left me in the dark. I couldn't hide this out by hiding in the closet. Hold up. I'ma turn down the config. Yes, thanks. There we go. That should be fine. I couldn't write this out by hiding in the closet. I stood up, leaned forward, and located the sealing board above me. I lifted it up and set it aside. Ugh. Staying the urge to cough from the dust, I pulled myself up above the ceiling. I heard the sound of the door breaking down just as I got the board back into place.
Huh?
There was a crawl space in the ceiling, and despite it being a tight fit, I managed to make it through. From there, I made it outside, clamped down the rain gutter, and ran off at full speed.
親父、どうもイルスじゃなかったみたいですね。
Oh yeah, like this one actually gives you like little tidbits the same way Hello Goodbye did. Purple windows. These purple windows indicate events taking place from the point of view of people other than the protagonist. Kind of obvious. Also, that's not purple, that's blue. kind of colorblind bastard are you?
押し入れにもいねえや。ちあのガキ、金もねえくせにどっかで遊んでいやがるのか？
おう、見ろ、清。
え？
あの野郎の書き置きが残ってる。
書き置き？
あの野郎ももうおしめえだな。借金の方にてめえのガキを売る。あいつが売ったのはガキだけじゃねえ。てめえの魂まで売っちまったんだ。
そうっすね。
That was yesterday. I had spent almost a full day just wandering around the city. Skipped work today just in case. I didn't want to make trouble for them. Calling an absent right after I start. If this continued, I'd be fired after 3 days. If I didn't get my first month paycheck, all the work I'd done would have been for nothing. I was starting to miss that rundown apartment. At least it had a ceiling and a floor. I didn't want to sleep on the street. I was tired to begin with and napped on a park bench for a while, but now I was just exhausted. I'll end up dying in the streets at this rate. The fact that I wasn't joking around just showed just how grave my situation was. Checked the contents of my wallet. Again. 100 yen coins. 1. 10 yen coins. 6. That was all. I had no paper bills. Nothing of use. Thought about running out an automatic loan machine. But I knew better than anyone that once you start borrowing money, you never stop. And I wasn't sure if they'd lend money to a student anyway. That's right. What will I do about school? How was I supposed to get any learning done in a situation like this? Due to my unique situation, the school agreed to defer my tuition payment, but there was no way I could pay it with the goons after me. The more I thought about it, the more I realized how badly I was trapped. I hung my head in the middle of the street. Somewhere inside me, I knew that there was no way out. Although the hunger, cold, and exhaustion made it hard to get my thoughts together. People passed by, shooting me concealed glances. Also, I think that soundtrack is actually too quiet right now. Yes. So let's raise it up to like 30. There we go, that's better. But I looked straight ahead and watched them walk by with my lonely thoughts in my heart. And with lonely thoughts in my heart. Those people all had homes to return to. Warm houses with families waiting. I didn't have anything. The realization that I was all alone in the world suddenly pierced my mind like an arrow. It wasn't like I wanted to live with that freeloading father of mine. But even so, the sudden realization caused my vision to blur. Damn. I rubbed my eyes hard. I wasn't alone. My mother was still out there. My mother had kept in contact with me all this time, but I never had tried to see her. She had started a new life in a new place. Perhaps now was the time to impose on family. I heard the sound of footsteps passing by, some moving ahead and some moving behind me. Till yesterday, I had always had some place to go, some place to come home to. It was all that bastard's fault. Damn. If I ever saw him again, I was going to hit him. It occurred to me that I hadn't eaten anything since dinner the night before, one ant bun and a can of milk. I should eat something. If I ate something, it might put me in a more positive mood. Though I wasn't sure what I could do to satisfy my stomach with 160 yen. I saw the light of a convenience store on the corner up ahead and walked towards it. Just then a figure appeared near my feet. Huh? A scrawny cat with matted fur stared up at me. Normally I wouldn't give a thought to a stray cat, but... What's wrong? You're all alone too, huh? Well, so lonely I found myself talking to it. The stray cat keeps his distance, but looked up at me with a surprisingly affectionate meow. Yeah, I'm hungry too. I got a fish sausage, which seemed like the most filling option for my money. I thought the cat would have run off, and I'd eat on my own, but when I came back, it was sitting right there where I left. I guess I don't have much of a choice. When I removed the packaging, the cat smelled it and walked right up to me. I broke it in half, stuffed one piece into my mouth, and offered the other to the cat. The cat quickly devoured it, then looked up hungrily at my mouth. Sorry, it's all gone. When a gust of wind sent a newspaper flying, I suddenly remembered the lottery ticket I bought earlier. More precisely, the lottery ticket that the bastard had made me buy. Didn't want to waste no money, but he was so adamant on getting rich quick he ended up forcing it on me. Now where did I put it? Did I lose it somewhere? Searched around in my pants pocket and found the worn-out ticket. The announcement should be today, and the newspaper probably had those results. I picked it up and walked over to one of the street lamps. Just then, an unpleasant sight met my eyes. What's going on? I was too far away to hear what they were saying, but it was clearly an argument of some kind. The people passing by seemed too afraid to get involved, and just sped up as they passed. You're what kind of dickhead you gotta be to do that? I'm not even gonna try that. Like, that's just gonna involve, like, him, like, trying to leave. Then, like, his conscience hitting him, and then immediately rushing back. So, let's help her. What are you doing? The whole group turned my way. Just then, the girl escaped their grasp and ran towards me. I turned boldly towards her blue-suited attackers and hid the girl behind my back. One of them advanced on me, acting as a group representative. He's got an awfully high-pitched voice. He's got an awfully high-pitched voice. This is obviously a woman! Are you fucking stupid? Doesn't matter who I am. Who I am. What are you doing? Despite saying please, the glint in his eye, her eye, quietly the glint in his eye and quietly imposing presence told me that these people could give the goons a run for their money. Just who are these people? Their stances left no openings. Who was this girl, and why were these people after her? I glanced back and found her glaring at the blue-suited figures from over my shoulder. Huh? Right. I couldn't walk away now. Pushing the girl with my body, I gradually began to draw back. The blue-suited figures didn't miss the gesture. Without a sound, she closed the distance and reached for me. He's fast! He moved so smoothly, he clearly wasn't your standard ruffian. His hand slipped past me, reaching for the girl's arm instead. He didn't seem to want to use violence, but I reflexively stuck out my hand. Huh? It met with a surprisingly pillowy softness. Huh? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't even get my party before my opponent slipped into the stance. This time her fist was aimed directly at my face. I quickly dropped down. The punch had just barely missed me, and I could feel it tearing through the air above my head. It was a total coincidence that the punch missed me, but the woman seemed to be in shock. The other three, who had previously been watching, began stalking towards us. They seemed to radiate anger from every pore. This isn't good. My presence seemed to have escalated the situation to a new level of hostility. I'm sorry, I held up my hands apologetically, but it was clear that the situation was far beyond saving. One of the suits rushed forwards. I tensed up, determined to protect the girl behind me. Barely had any strength from the start. I was prepared for what was coming, and yet, the blue-suited figure had just about reached me when she suddenly tripped and lost her balance. It was the cat from before! Her paying the debt he owed me? Thanks to the cat, the suit went tumbling. Her friends quickly moved to help her up. I felt a tug on my right hand and turned back around. Right! Our footsteps rang out into the night. We started running, zigzagging down the streets, until the footsteps of our pursuers died down behind us. Maybe it was the hunger, but I quickly ran out of breath. The girl seemed to be having trouble breathing too, so I slowed down and turned to face her. There were so many things I wanted to ask her, but right now both of us need to catch our breath. My body wasn't ready to move so much, my head is spinning. Normally it wouldn't be so bad. Gym was actually one of my best subjects. She took a deep breath, then turned to face me.
ありがとう。とても助かりました。
Huh? The moment I saw her straight on for the first time, it was like something snapped inside my brain.
ごめんなさい。
Huh? She seemed to mistake my surprise for something else. She released my hand, her face flushed. That's right, we've been holding hands all this time. I felt my face grow hot. That was the first time I'd ever held hands with a girl. Besides, she's really beautiful. I'd never seen anyone so beautiful, not even on TV. She averted her eyes. She averted her eyes as she blushed and withdrew a handkerchief from her pocket.
汗かいちゃった。
Couldn't take my eyes off her as she wiped her sweat from her brow. Wiped the sweat from her brow. Even that was beautiful. That's weird.
お使いになる？
Oh, she's gotten the wrong idea again. Regardless, I found my hand moving to take it. Are you sure?
何が？
Oh, well, I hadn't even taken a bath for the night. I tried to remain calm as I took the pleasant-smelling handkerchief and lightly wiped the sweat from my face.
それにしてもさっきは驚いたわ。あなた何かやっていらっしゃるの？
Yeah, he practices running away from his debt. What?
武道とかあの人の月を交わしたでしょ？
Oh, nothing in particular. I just got lucky.
そう。でもあの人たち専門の訓練を積んでいるし、きっと運動神経に優れていらっしゃるんでしょうね。
Huh? From the sound of it, she was very familiar with those people. I asked her about that point, and she responded with a vague affirmation.
まあ、知っているといえば知っているわ。
Rather than pushing the matter any further, I fell silent and quickly offered the handkerchief back to her. Thank you. With the handkerchief returned, we had run out of things to talk about. What was that strange feeling I had earlier? That strange sensation I felt when I got a clear look at her face for the first time. It was like a momentary ripple on the still water of my mind. It disappeared without a trace, but the feeling had definitely been real. Is it just because she's so beautiful? No way. It bothered me, but it wasn't like asking her would do us any good. She'd probably think it was a pickup line. Well, I should be going. I started to turn away when a strange noise rumbled from the pit of my stomach. Huh?
あら？
I could feel my ears burning in embarrassment. Her laugh didn't seem malicious. I actually welcomed it. I felt revived and turned back with a round smile on my lips. I'm on a bit of a diet right now.
ダイエット？男の人でもそういうことするのかしら？
It's more of a forced diet. Oh well, I think they do. Fat people and such.
なるほど。肥満は男性女性関係ないわよね。でもあなたは。
She took a moment to inspect me from head to toe.
ダイエットなんかする必要はないと思うけれど。
That's true.
それに、ほら、話している間にもお腹がぎゅうぎゅうなっているじゃないの。やりすぎは良くないんじゃなくて？
Right.
そうだ。
She smiled suddenly, as if she'd come up with a good idea.
私も夕飯はまだなの。よかったらご一緒しましょうよ。
What?
あと、ちょっとお話ししたいこともあるし、いかがかしら？
There you go. First one empty. Second one. Oh, it feels so much better when it's a glass bottle. Like, it feels kind of odd when it's like a plastic bottle of beer. I don't know what it is. Also, for some reason, like the plastic bottle beer, it doesn't have like that shit first sip. that this one has. I think, like, I don't know which one I would rate more, like which one's better. Potentially actually the plastic one, but I like the glass bottle more. But well, what are you supposed to do? Well, stop being a picky little bitch. That's what I could do. But man, fuck you. Anyways, you try to pick me up. I couldn't be it. She didn't seem the type to pick up random men, though the reverse was surely common. The girl began walking promptly. I spoke up self-consciously. The girl turned back, an anxious expression on her face.
ダメかしら。この後、何か用事でも?
No, it isn't that. I don't have any money.
何?
I spoke so softly she didn't hear me. I spoke again, louder this time. I don't have any money. I mean, I haven't gotten paid for my job yet.
ああ、そういうこと。
She gave me the same easy smile as before.
もちろん、私が出させていただくわ。さっきのお礼に。
Are you sure? Really? Like you're not in the situation to refuse her. Like you're gonna fucking die if you don't accept her kindness here. Like sure, you may feel somewhat bad about it, but imagine if she, like a day later, reads a newspaper or watches hears something from the news about a boy being found just starved to death in the middle of a park. And then she's gonna look at it. He's gonna recognize his face. He's immediately gonna feel horrible that she didn't pressure him more.
ええ、今のお話を伺う前から、私はそのつもりでいてよ。だって、私、本当に感謝したんですもの。あの辺り、仕事帰りなのか結構人の通りは多かったわ。けれど、通る人、みんな知らんぷりばかり。それは、揉め事に巻き込まれたくないって気持ちは、私にも想像はつきます。けれど私は助けを求めていて、なのにみんな、見えないふり聞こえないふりばっかりだった。それはやっぱり、私にとっては残念なことで。けれど、あなたは来てくれた。向こうは4人もいたというのに、たった1人で。あなたが助けに入ってくれて、私は本当に嬉しかったの。いくら感謝してもし足りないという気持ち。私は、あなたの勇気を尊いものだと思います。
Oh. I never received such a straight, honest compliment. Felt a tightness in my chest and an inexplicable heat filling my cheeks. At the same time, her cheeks turned red and she slumped over a little. Maybe she was the bashful type too. That didn't look like the expression of a bashful person.
必ず行くお気に入りのお店があるの。そこに案内して差し上げるわ。
I've kind of like go to the last. Just that facial expression looked rather cheeky. Sure. Why hello there.
"私は老船員リセ."
Rosenin Riese? We went about our introductions. I was hoping she would say something that would trigger memory, but nothing came. It's an unusual name, and she's gorgeous. I'm sure I would remember. Maybe I made a mistake before. I'm Okunogi Masaya.
小此木雅也さんね。よろしく。
Likewise. She didn't seem to recognize my name, so this was definitely our first meeting. By the way, there was something I've been wondering. Are we heading for the shops around the station?
ええ、それが?
Listen, are you sure those people won't come after you? They must be searching for you by now.
ああ、その 私のことはリセで結構よ。その代わり私もマサヤさんって呼ばせていただくわ。
Right. I'd only known one girl who let me address her by her given name. To address Risa by her first name after we'd just met made me hesitant and self-conscious. However, she seemed to think it was completely natural.
それで今のマサヤさんの疑問だけど、本来であればもちろん見つからないように行動しないといけないわ。けれど今はもう半分は目的を達したようなものだから、だから最悪見つかっても構わないの。
What? Halfway to your goal?
それは食べながら話をさせていただくわ。というか、むしろマサヤさんに聞いていただくという言い方の方が正しいでしょうけれど、いいかしら。
Oh, sure.
ごめんなさいね。中身も言わないうちにこんな言い方をして、あなたとしては返事のしようもないでしょうけれど。
When she said she wanted to speak to me, I guess she wasn't just making a pass after all. It sounded serious based on the way she was speaking, but we only just met. What could she possibly want to talk to me about? Well, I'll find out soon enough. I noticed that you speak very politely, Risa.
あら、そう？
She seemed surprised by that. If she wasn't even aware of it, she must have been born into money.
変な風に聞こえたら失礼。子供の頃からこういう喋り方だから。
It's okay. I shook my head quickly. I didn't mean it was a bad thing, it's just something I noticed.
けど、周りの人からすると、確かにキーに思える喋り方なんでしょうね。
She seemed very serious about it, reflective even. By the way, would you mind explaining what happened earlier while we eat?
ええ、そのつもり。
I see. Risa led me to an open-air cafe in the line of shops near the station. I knew about it since I had lived in this town until just last year, but I'd never been inside it before. Are you sure about this? I hear this place is expensive.
もちろん、それにここ案外リーズナブルなのよ。だから気になさらないで。
Hello there, table. Now we have another game going on right after making lovers, where I can't I can't go into the option, get rid of the text box with just right click, but I have to actually press a button. Anyways, well, if you insist. My stomach growled again, though I tried to stop it.
よほどお腹が空いていらっしゃるのね。リバウンドもあることだし、ダイエットは計画的にやった方がよくてよ。
Right, that's a good point. When I told Lisa I didn't have any money, she didn't seem to understand that I was flat broke. Lisa opened the menu, not the money. It was intricately bound, and just looking at it caused my head to spin. So expensive. It looked like an Italian restaurant, and one pasta dish would cost me 2,000 yen. On the phone? Where the fuck's the goddamn thing? Oh, it's over there. There we go. Get over here. Yen to euro. So let's take converter. So let's take 2,000 yen. That's 17 euro and 23 cents. Wow, that's a lot. What about the dollar? US dollar, US dollar, US dollar. $18 and 58 cents. So that's a lot for one fucking pasta. This is definitely a high-class place. Anyway, that was a clear difference between Risa's standard of living and my own.
せっかくだからコースにしようかと思うんですけど、いかが？ それともお食事は控えめの方がいいのかしら。
Oh no! I shook my head quickly. The whole diet thing was just a whim. I'm quitting it right now.
そう、それがいいと私も思うわ。
Lisa summoned the waiter with a practiced manner and ordered a full course meal for both of us.
お酒はいりません。マサヤさんも飲まないわよね。
No, I'm too young actually.
あ、そうか。年が一番重要だったんだ。
What? Yeah, what?
その、ソフトドリンクはこちらにあるわ。どれにします？
Oh, I'll have an oolong tea. That. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I can't show you the damn thing right now because I can't like. Oh, it doesn't have. I need to find the fucking English dub version of this. That's Indonesian dub. Doesn't really do much. What's this? Oh. I really need to watch Grand Blue at some point. What is this? What the fuck is Grand Blue? Like I was just trying to look for the fucking English dub version for the oolong tea scene where they're just like, okay, so 8 parts vodka, 2 parts whiskey. Here you go. Here's your oolong tea.
私もそれをください。
Very well. Way to the left. Lisa turned her eyes down to the table.
やっぱりそれが一番大事よね。しかもピンポイントなところが要求される。
She whispered something to herself, then looked up at me.
つかぬことを伺います。マサヤさんはおいくつ？
How old am I?
ええ。
She stared straight into my eyes as though this question was of utmost importance. While I told her my age. Really? Really? You didn't want to ruin the... Oh, I can put myself into the character better by... They didn't want to ruin that by revealing his age? Just tell us. Like, don't be a pussy. If you mention age, just give him age instead of... I told her my age!
そう。私と同い年か。
Wow! Pretty weird for a 19-year-old girl to still be attending school! Must have failed a couple of classes! Stayed back a few grades! Huh? See what I mean? Now it's fucking ridiculous. Same for the main character. He also, like, had to be held back a few grades. Anyways, my answer depressed her. I guess that was a bad thing. But why? I didn't understand her reaction at all.
私は私立万世の女学園に通っています。
Oh, that's right. Vincennes is a school for upper-class girls, isn't it? That's amazing. That explained her proper way of speaking.
ええ、まあそうね。お嬢様学校ではあるわ。
I had meant it as a compliment, but Risa seemed less than happy about it. Vincennes Girl Academy. Even I had heard of it. It was famous all over the country. It was out in the mountains, a 30-minute bus ride from the station. A true paradise for women. The locals always said, half in awe and half sarcastically, it's where the nobles live. Wait, I thought Vincennes was a boarding school and the students weren't allowed out. Maybe I'm remembering wrong.
いいえ、合っているわ。
Well then, of course it's spring vacation. Lisa shook her head again.
春休みは原則外出不可なの。期間が短いし、学年が上がって何かとバタバタするから。
Oh, then why are you here? And then he still has not realized. Oh, that's maybe why they were chasing her.
私、不良なのよ。
Really?
まあ、不良は冗談です。けれど私、ヴァンセーヌのセキュリティを抜けて、夜な夜な徘徊しているんですから。
Ah, wait, wondering? Is that a joke too?
うんうん。そちらは本当。それで危険な目にもあって。この町って案外治安が悪かったのかしら。
You're talking to someone currently being chased by the mob! Trouble. Like before, you mean?
うんうん。あれとは違います。ちょっと、ね。まあ、女子が一人で夜の街を出歩くものではないんでしょうね。きっと。
I didn't quite understand, but she seemed to be serious about wandering. I wanted to ask her, what are you wandering around for? But she spoke up before I could.
マサヤさんはどちらに？学校の話ですけれど。
Oh, I stammered for a moment, but finally told her the name of the school I had planned on attending. Though in reality, before I started going there, I still had to cancel my original transfer.
変なこと聞くようですけれど。
Yeah?
マサヤさん、その学校にきちんと通っていらっしゃるのよね。
Huh? I struggled to keep my voice down. How did you know? Do I really look like a homeless person after all? Took a subtle whiff inside my shirt. Well, I had gotten pretty stinky after all.
通っているに決まっているわよね。
When I didn't answer immediately, she asked again.
人柄が良くて今年から新入学する。そんな都合のいい人、なかなかいるはずがないわよね。
Wait, what are you talking about?
ごめんなさい。
The self-conscious smile appeared on her lips.
一人でブツブツつぶやいたりして、そのために来ていただいたんですもの。きちんと説明するわ。
Sure. Even setting the matter of the people chasing her aside, Risa's manner raised so many questions. I was hoping her explanation would answer some of those questions.
その前に、
She looked off in another direction, smiled brightly.
前菜が来たみたいよ。まずはご飯にしましょう。
Could you not throw in French words like this? I detest that. Oh, there they are! Conversation was suddenly a distant blur as I filled up my stomach for the first time in ages. Wasn't sure when I might get a decent meal again, so I wanted to replenish myself as much as I could here. We're so sorry for the wait. There's scallop and button shrimp carpaccio. Woo! Waiter couldn't leave soon enough as I took up my fork and started to eat.
もうちょっとゆっくり食べた方がいいんじゃないかしら。喉に詰まってしまってよ。
So good!
なんで泣いているの？おかしい。
Oh, you think it's funny, but he hasn't eaten for probably more than one day, actually. Like, even if it actually, no, he did say that the day before he ate like an anpan, which isn't a lot, if I remember correctly. Like, what the fuck is an anpan again? Actually, can I just like I can't. That means I probably can't take a screenshot either, can I? Okay, let me just check.
コンフィグ。
Okay, F12 is not anything. I can't take screenshots. Meaning I have to do the big, the stupid ass. Okay, let us just like cut using the cutting tool the snipping tool. Anyways, Yo, Google Senpai, the fuck is an anpan? That looks like a very, very small bread. Like, that does not look filling at all. At least he laughed at me, but I didn't care.
そんな風に食べる人初めて見たわ。
Sorry! I'm being so rude!
そんなことなくてよ。気持ちのいい食べっぷりだわ。さ、私も食べよっと。お腹が空いていることでは私も負けてはいないんですからね。
We're eating dessert, something called a dolce, and drinking espresso. Felt wonderfully full. That was great. It was really, really great.
本当に。私もこのパッパ通り付きの石に来るとつい食べ過ぎてしまうわ。
Isn't the studio that made this called like Moonstone? Yeah, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. I just remembered that I forgot to do the usual plug for the Discord down in the description. Like, down in the description you'll find a link to my Discord and my Steam. So, yeah. Have a go at that! Like, I said I would only ever like, precisely plug it at, like, the beginning of a new project. But then I immediately forget, and I'm a fucking idiot! Anyways, food certainly was good, but no sauce made food seem as delicious as an empty stomach did. Thank you, I needed that.
助かったって何が？
Oh, I mean, I leaned back in my chair to rest my stomach, a blissful smile on my face. Just then, I felt a rustle in my back pocket. Huh? Pulled out the sheet of beat-up newsprint from my pocket. Oh, that's right. They seem to be missing stuff like my a lot for some reason. Oh, that's right.
それ新聞紙？
Yeah, could you give me a minute? I opened it with a rustle. It was one page, but it happened to be one with the one with the winning numbers written on it. I checked the lottery numbers. Group 10, number 161375. Huh? I was pretty sure I didn't win, but I was pretty sure I didn't. It was more like an huh than a huh. So huh. I was pretty sure I didn't win, but I paid 300 yen for this thing, so I wanted to check. Began tracing the list of numbers, starting at the bottom. No winners. It's not second either. Well, that's the way it goes. When I checked first, though, I saw the number of 161375. Huh? I recognize the number. 161375. 161375. Moved my eyes back to the ticket. The number was 161375. Huh? My breath caught in my throat. Wait. This has got to be some kind of mistake. I checked it again. It was the number one on the newspaper list. I read it aloud in my head. 161375! What?!
どうかした？
Wait! I tried to remain calm. It wasn't all about the numbers. There was also the group ID. Okay, there's group 10. These are the numbers for group 10. Group 10. Group on my ticket was 10. What?! That's right. What was the date? It would be rather devastating if this turned out to be last year's paper. My hands trembled, causing the newspaper to rustle as I unfolded and peered at the date. Today's March 31st, 2011. I checked the newspaper's date. It was definitely today. Whoa. Should have felt happy, but it's like something had shorted out in my brain. I just let out a soft moan.
どうかなさったの？マサヤさん、 顔が青くってよ。まさか食当たり。
Risa? Give me a minute, please.
はい。
Here. I handed the worn-out lottery ticket I handed her the worn-out lottery ticket and the newspaper. Could you compare these for me? I think I might be dreaming.
宝くじ？
Terrified of her reaction, I tilted my head downward and shut my eyes tightly.
あら、すごい。この宝くじ、当選していてよ。
Wow! Sorry, I'm gonna cash this in real quick. Be right back.
この時間に？
なんですげえ勢いで行っちまった。あの野郎、俺らに気がついていたんすかね。
さあのう。だがそうは見えなかったがな。
せやね。変な野郎だぜ。
この人たち。
Risa's breath caught in her throat as the two men suddenly approached her. Risa had run into trouble before during one of her walks around town at night. Those men were the source of that trouble.
ジョーちゃんよ。この前あんなことがあって懲りずに下界を歩き回った見かけによら。
Whoops. She struggled to keep from shaking. She wasn't going to let these guys see her sweat.
それに、人の目もあるところで、めったなことができるはずないんだから。あなた方も、いい度胸をしていらっしゃるようね。営利誘拐は重罪だわ。
けんなことは本当に誘拐されてから言ってみろ。
That's right, the two of them had tried to kidnap Risa. She thought wearing her uniform would help her in her scouting endeavors, but it had also made her the perfect target. At the time, the man had said,
おめえその制服バンセヌのもんだな。てこた金持ちだ。だな。さらえばいくら要求できるかな。
She clawed at his face as hard as she could, then ran away at top speed. Despite that, Risa had continued to wear her conspicuous uniform. Maybe she really was gutsy that way.
あんときゃよくも思いっきり引っかいてくれたな。見てみろやこら。いい男が台無しだぞ。
Risa refused to acknowledge his words.
今日は何の用です？こんな人の目もあるところで、また犯罪ですか？
いや、用があったのはお前の方ではない。あのガキの方だ。
マサヤさんのこと？
うん。
あなたたちみたいな人が、マサヤさんと一体どんな関係が？
The henchman slammed his fist down on the onto the table, causing the other restaurant patrons to jump in surprise. The waiter rushed toward them. Excuse me, sir, you seem to be making the other customers uncomfortable. The underling ignored him and raised his voice.
あの野郎はな、借金があんだよ。
借金？
いくらだと思う？これだぞ。
He held out his hand and extended all 5 of his fingers. How much was that exactly?
こっちはな、さっさと返してもらわねえと干上がっちまうんだよ。
マサヤさんが、なんであなたたちに借金なんか。
あ？おめえ何も聞いてねえのか？騙されてるんじゃねえのか？
騙すも何も、そんな話は出なかっただけです。
おめえ、あいつの劣子なんじゃねえのか？
He raised his pinky finger and spoke the unfamiliar word. Risa didn't know what he was talking about.
どうも違うみたいだな。もしもそうなら、ジョーちゃんに風呂屋で働いてもらうって手もあったが。
お風呂屋さん？
とにかまととぶってやがる。
Oh no, she's not pretending, you fucking idiot.
まあ、本当にわからんのかもしれんな。
おう、ジョーちゃんよ。
He suddenly drew close to her and Risa pulled back. He had an unpleasant smell about him.
ジョーちゃんみたいに高貴で金持ちな女の子は彼氏にする野郎はちゃんと選んだ方がいいぜ。ジョーちゃんだって彼氏のためにしたくもねえ仕事をして 金なんか稼ぎたくねえだろあ
I don't think she wouldn't have to do that.
あとあれだ。あいつはもうダメだね。なんせあの野郎、親にも捨てられたからな。
親に？
親に捨てられたやつは極道にでもなるしかねえんだよ。ねえ親父。まあとにかくあいつには気をつけるこったな。父親も詐欺師だしな。カエルの子はカエル。あいつの目当てはきっと金だぜ。っていうかよ、さっき走っていったのも食い逃げじゃねえのか。女一人残して食い逃げ。
Oops. I kind of interrupted him there, but nobody cares about what he's saying anyway. The plates on the table clattered as Risa found herself rising to her feet. She didn't know why these insults against a man she had only just met caused her blood to boil so. She didn't know, but she wasn't about to stop herself either.
Huh?
Risa's right hand moved to the air. Smack. like that just... like that just looked like she just kind of smacked him, but it literally didn't do anything.
Huh?
At first the man had no idea what had happened. He remained there where he was, head turned from the force of the slap.
お金で人の価値が決まるものではないわ。親だって関係ありません。マサヤさんは立派な人です。侮辱を訂正なさい。
てめえ。
His face slowly began to purple. His eyes opened so wide it looked like his eyeballs might pop out.
こんな相手なら殴らない。とでも思ったか。ああ
There was a scream.
ほら
As the man lashed out at her, Risa could only cower in fear. The bank was already closed, so I couldn't cash in the ticket. Well, I'll do it tomorrow. There was no real rush, and it was probably strange that I had rushed off like that earlier. It's the first time I've ever wanted to thank my old man. I held the lottery ticket firmly in my hand, just to make sure it wouldn't go flying somewhere. The night before, my entire future seemed blank, with no prospects at all. Now, it was shining, all thanks to that one little lottery ticket. Now I can pay back the debt and cut ties with the mafia once and for all. Then I could go to school. I could drop at least one of my jobs. I could make 100 friends. And then I can get back in contact with her. But I had a friend who I hadn't seen nor heard from since I graduated from my law school, Etatsu Auxiliary School. I returned to the restaurant with a spring in my step. As I did, an unbelievable sight greeted my eyes. The goons. What are they doing to Risei? There was a scream. I have to get it there in time! Oh yeah, tank that blow. There was a sound of bone cracking. About to feel a pain like none I've ever felt before. I wonder if I could take it. That's what Risa was thinking, but then... There was no pain at all. Accidentally, Risa opened her eyes. It wasn't one of those filthy mafia men standing in front of her. Also, I should probably save here. In case I have to use that as the thumbnail. Or one of the following ones. It was him. Ow, ow, ow! Ah, I had thrown myself recklessly into conflict, but it seemed I made it in time. Are you okay? You just managed to avoid anything vital, so I wasn't as badly hurt as I could have been.
てめえ
The two goons faced me again. The restaurant was in a panic. I quickly looked around the waiter. For the waiter, he was using the phone. Calling the police, I bet. It would settle that, at least. Or so I might have said in another situation. But right now, I couldn't let that be the end of it. How dare you try to hurt Risa? I didn't usually get this angry. The bad part of my nature always told me to lay off. I ignored it now and advanced upon the two goons. Felt her grab my hand. I turned back to see her there, pale-faced and shaking her head. Tension drained out of my body. Better not show your face here again.
ああなんでそれ
Henchman sniffed derisively.
人様に借りたもんはきっちりと返すてめえ 親にそう教わらなかったのか?
You forget who this man's father was? Well, actually, he never did. I know that, and right now, I...
まあとりあえずいいや。てめえそこどけ。
He showed me roughly.
今はそっちの女に用がある。おい、どけってんだよ。
The easily angered henchman's eyes widened as he grabbed my collar. My body reacted before I could think. I dropped down suddenly.
Huh?
Because he was holding on to me so tightly, I ended up pulling him down with me. I rolled over once, then quickly kicked him off of me.
Ah!
The henchman went flying. He flew over the restaurant's fence, tracing an arc in the air before crashing to the ground. Like he just stands back up, looks back at the ground. What the fuck did I just do?
てめえ、なんかやってやがるな。
Like he just looks at the boss. He just looks at the boss. Not that I know! I guess this is pretty fucking awesome, but anyways, here's the money. I know this doesn't look like money, but check the fucking newspaper, it's right there. I just picked it up naturally over time. It's not the first time I've dealt with people like you. The boss helped his henchman off the ground and went on his way. I was met by gasps of surprise and applause from the people around us.
驚いた。あなたって本当に強かったのね。
Yes, so, anyway, I'm sorry. Those guys are, well,
いいえ、マサヤさんが謝ることはないわ。私もあの二人には因縁があるの。
Really?
以前誘拐しようとしてきたことがあるのよ。営利誘拐よ。驚いてしまうわ。
That's, I had no idea what to say to that.
そういえば警察が来るのかしら。
Lisa looked out towards the street. I saw the waiter on the phone with them, so it'll probably be a while before they arrive.
お店の備品が壊れたりはしていないわよね。
I looked around at the tables and the floor. None of the dishes were broken. That just been upsetting the customers.
だったら面倒なことになる前にさっさと言ってしまわない？
She gave me a mischievous smile, which made me happy for reasons I couldn't explain, and all I could do is, in return, was nod.
じゃあチェックしてきてしまうわ。お店の人には私から謝っておくから、マサヤさんは外で待っていて。
I knew why it made me so happy. Because she wanted me to stay. Because I knew we wouldn't be parting ways yet. But where are we going to go? Oh, that's right, I haven't heard her story yet. I stood in front of the restaurant thinking it over, when I was suddenly assaulted by the feeling I was forgetting something important. Huh? Wait a minute. Felt violent unease creeping over me. But what reason did I have to be unhappy? The goons were gone. Risa seemed to want to be my friend. I won the lottery, and so money. The lottery ticket! I let out a sudden cry, my hands searching with clothes. I checked my pockets, but, it's gone! 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 I couldn't find it anywhere. Wait a minute, calm down. You had it when you arrived at the restaurant? I had lost it at some point after that. That's right, when I sent that guy flying. I marched back into the restaurant and searched every corner, but I didn't find it. You can't be serious. My whole body went limp. I was afraid I might even lose bladder control. The thing that was going to ensure my rosy future. It all slipped through my fingers. I did it to save Risa. I guess it was worth it. Wasn't just making excuses, I really meant it. Even so, the shock was so great that I couldn't do anything but stare. Huh? For a moment, my mind boiled. Ah!
どうかした？
Hey, you! That's not food! I leap across the ground. Wrong option. My fingers got within 5 centimeters before the cat twisted its body away and fell flat on the ground. I fell flat on the ground. With not a trace of gratitude for the sausage I gave him, he arched his back fiercely and then ran off. He was carrying my lottery ticket. Wait! My cry rang out fruitlessly into the night.
どうかなさったの？本当に。
I slumped down onto the ground, unable to move a muscle.
ほら、パトカーも来たみたいよ。とりあえずここを離れましょうよ。
Right. I dragged myself to my feet. She started brushing off the dust on my clothes.
なんだか面白い人ね、マサヤさんって。
I explained to her everything about my debt. I didn't intend to tell her at first, but it seems the goons had mentioned it, so I thought I'd better give her the full story. I was going to use that to pay off my debt, but now... I guess there are no easy answers in this world.
ごめんなさい。
Huh?
あの人があれだけ怒っていたのは、私が叩いたせいなの。だから、原因は私が引き起こしたと言えるわ。
No, Rize, it isn't your...
マサヤさんの未来を台無しにしてしまって、どうお詫びしたらいいのか。
It's not your fault, Rize. It's because I got so angry. I should have just let it go. When I saw that he was trying to hurt you, it just made me lose my temper, and so,
顔は大丈夫？
Huh? It's fine. Nothing special anyway, don't worry about it. Can't be damaged. Can't be turned into damaged good if it was already damaged goods. The pain was almost gone. I was almost gone. I had completely forgotten it until she reminded me. But she introduced a handkerchief from her... But she produced a handkerchief from her handbag and pressed it to my nose.
血の跡があるわ。
It's okay, I don't want it to get dirty. I don't want to get it dirty.
いいえ、マサヤさんはじっとしていて。
It's a fucking handkerchief. Handkerchiefs are supposed to get dirty. You're supposed to use it to wipe stuff clean. What would you use a handkerchief for, if not to wipe away some dirt on you? She grabbed my wrists. I stopped trying to move. At this range, I could feel her breath on me. For some reason, it made me tense up. But that was pretty brave of you, Risa. You really slapped him?
いいえ、そんなことではないわ。ちょっと我慢できないことがあって。
Did they do something to you?
いえ、そういうことではないの。それより、宝くじの賞金っていくらなの？
Huh? I think it was 100 million yen.
おばあ様に相談してみます。おばあ様はそのくらい持っているかもしれない。
No, it's fine, really. Risa fixed her expression and a frown as she continued to wipe at my face.
綺麗になったわ。
Thanks. We started walking again. We didn't discuss where we were going. Just felt like we were taking a walk around the neighborhood. I guess hold on. I guess this is what she meant by wandering. I realized we had been talking about me all this time. Risa still hadn't said what she was going to say.
マサヤさんはどうするのかしら。生活とか学校とか。
Oh, you know, die probably. I don't know. I don't have home. I can't just go to school. Guess I'll probably end up going to live with my mom.
お母様のところって言うと？
Well, my parents divorced a long time ago. Then she started up a new family somewhere else. It seemed a little rude of me to just drop in on her.
じゃあ、聞きますけれど。
Yeah? Her tone was strangely earnest. I tilted my head curiously.
明日からの予定は、日常生活のレベルから言って、白紙と言って差し支えないのね。
That's true. My daily life plans. It was true.
もしもよ。マサヤさんさえ良ければ、の話ですけれど。
Her gaze became more determined as she stared into my eyes.
私はあなたに、衣食住を提供できるわ。
Huh? I met her gaze. I had no idea what she was talking about. Does she want me to move in with her? No way. For some reason, that delusion got me more excited than the practical concern of having room and board.
マサヤさん、
Yes? She took in a deep breath and then then spoke.
あなた、バンセンヌに入学してみない？
This guy would be great if she just looks at her like, You're not telling me to wear a dress, are you? Because it sounds like you're telling me to wear a dress. Huh? I mean, there's literally one visual novel that somebody in the Discord channel told me about, where he literally said the best girl is the protagonist. Basically, the storyline is that the protagonist's only like living family member is like his grandmother, and she dies one day. And when he's approached by was it his uncle or something? I don't know. But anyways, he was approached by somebody who offered to let him enroll in the academy that he's the principal for. Problem: it's an all-girls school, so he's forced to cross-dress. Yeah. Fade in, fade out. It's only a fade out right now. Forget what I said. Oh, it looks like the goddamn opening isn't working. How nice. Let's just skip it. Chapter 0, the end. Well, that's been the game, everybody! I hope you guys enjoyed it!
第1話、バンセンヌへようこそ。
Okay, everybody, shut the fuck up. I'm supposed to read these out. Welcome to Vincennes. Vincennes. I'm called Vincennes. Can't sleep. I was wide awake as the dawn drew near. There was no comparing the bed I was in to the worn-out mattress from my cheap old apartment. Even so, I couldn't sleep a wink. I still can hardly believe it, though. I had been living in this room for several days now, but I still felt like I was living in a dream. I was in a dorm in Vincennes Private Girls Academy, the Thousand Leaves dormitory. It was a complete women's paradise, with the teachers and staff all female. I stuck out like a sore thumb. Why hadn't they let me stay here then? There was a reason for that, of course. Without even thinking about it, the events of that night came flooding back to me. The night we met. Risa's words.
運命的なランデブーよね。
Her smile as she said them.
何から説明したらいいのかしら。
Looked at the schedule and found that the last bus had left much earlier, so we began walking instead. We were heading towards Vincennes Girls Academy. It was a 30-minute trip by bus, so it was no easy walk. And it wasn't in the mountains, so the trek was mostly uphill. Even so, I was filled with a curious sense of exhilaration. The task didn't feel tiring at all. It became cooler as night passed on, and even that was strangely pleasant in its way.
あ、そういえば、歩き詰めで大丈夫かしら？夕べからずっと外にいるんでしょ？
I'm fine. Are you okay, Rise?
私も平気。それに、こうして人気のない道を歩くのって、なんだか楽しいわよね。
Her smile was dazzling. I couldn't take my eyes off of her. Walking side by side with her like this, I couldn't shake the thought that fate had played a role in our meeting.
そうね。まずは私の目的からお話しするわ。私が夜な夜な外を徘徊していた理由。それは、これはという男子を見つけるためだったの。
The right type of man?
マサヤさんのような。ただ、そんな男子、どこでどうやって見つければいいか、分かったものではないでしょ？それで、あてもなく歩き回っていたんだけど、そんなの、効率が悪いに決まっているわよね。しかも条件は極めて厳しいわ。人柄は前提として、今年から入学できる人でなければいけないんですもの。正直言って、私としても、そんな人がそうそういるとは思えなかった。今回ばっかりは、私もダメかと思ったわ。今日なんかガルディエーヌにも追われてしまうし。
The Guardian?
さっきの4人組のこと。 あの人たち実は学校の守衛さんなのよ。
Ah. That explained why they spoke so politely, right up until they thought I was a pervert. But why was school security after you?
私が不良だから。要するに校則に反して学校の外に出ていたから。春休みが始まる前は学校側にも認められていたんですけれどね。
School did?
けれど学校側が設けた期限は3学期いっぱいだった。だから今最初はバレなかったんですけれどね。今日とうとう見つかってしまって、それであんなシーンを演じていたというわけ。ほんと疲れたわよ。バスに乗ろうとしたらやってくるんですもの。いきなりマラソンが始まってしまったわ。
Marathon? You ran all the way from school to the station? That's amazing.
私も必死だったから。バレたということはもう活動ができなくなることを意味するわ。であれば計画はそこで頓挫する。私は
whoops.
諦めたくなかったの。とにかく最後の最後までは。
School approved at first, which means your plan has some connection to the school, right? So, what is your plan?
学校の変革。
Reforming the school?
バンセンヌが女子校ということはマサヤさんもご存知ね。実は今共学にするという話が持ち上がっているの。
Coeducational? I was shocked. That'd be a huge change even for a normal school, and Vincennes was a school with such a long history.
なぜそんな話になったかというと、生徒数が減ってしまったから。けど男子を入れれば単純計算で倍になるわね。私の祖母が理事長だから個人的にも聞くことがあるのだけど、経営が厳しいらしいのよ。端的に言ってバンセンヌは経営難なの。
Financial problems. Well, the threshold does seem high.
敷居？
There's a high entrance fee, right? That limits you to people who can afford to go.
ええ、そういうことらしいの。校舎も建て替えて財務も悪化している。とにかく従来のやり方ではいずれ立ち行かなくなるということははっきりしているらしいの。はっきりしているのになお変えられないというのはきっと伝統校としてのプライドのせいなんでしょうね。
Yeah, I can imagine.
理事会は紛糾を続けた。もちろん理事はみんな心情としてはバンセンヌの伝統を守りたいわ。でも厳しい現実というものがある。もしもバンセンヌが将来消えるようなことになったらそれは最悪だもの。学校の変革はいわば事前の策よね。原理主義者はそんなもの許せない。けれど現実路線を取ろうという人も当然いる。それで実に数年も揉めていたのだけど、とうとうある日理事長が裁断を下したの。それは見学の精神に立ち返るというもの。理事長は席上こう言ったそうだわ。理事会の対立は数年に及び、もはやこの場において結論を見出すことは不可能なようです。そこでこの問題は生徒自身の手に委ねることにしましょうと。
Leave it to the students?
バンセンヌの見学の精神、それは自主、独立、自尊。
In other words, make decisions yourself.
も
Selves.
ともとミッションが設立した学校だから、そういうフロンティア精神は尊ばれているの。
A mission? You mean like special ops? No. No, like the Christian kind of mission. Missionaries and all that.
作戦？いえ、この場合は宣教団ということ。バンセンヌってキリスト教系だから。
Ah.
もうとっくにミッションの手から離れているけどね。それはともかく、理事長の裁断が正式に承認されて、早速具体案が検討されたの。見学の精神は結構ですけれど、いきなり共学の是非を生徒に問われても困惑するしかないでしょ。
Yeah, I guess that's true.
だいたい全 期からの生徒ともなると、男性というと父親や兄弟しか見たことがないなんて人もザラだわ。
That's amazing. They had never seen a man before. Boyfriends would be totally out of the questions.
それでは判断しようもないでしょ。そこで期間限定、規模も限定、要するにお試しみたいな形の共学を始めることにしたの。
I see. I was starting to get the picture.
ただそうは決めたものの、理事でもある校長先生が強硬な反対派で、そのために計画は骨抜きにされてしまったわ。
She watered it down.
だって学校でそうと決めたなら正式に募集をかけるのが当然でしょ。でもそれはしないというのだから。
If there's no formal application, how could boys get in?
それが私がしていたことというわけ。
Ah, so you were like the scout, Risa. That's what you meant by the right type of man.
そう。それで相手に話が早く通じるようわざわざ制服を着たりしてね。でも校長ったらひどいのよ。なんて言ったと思う？そこまで生徒に任せるなら男子も生徒が見つければいいですって。あんまりだわ。でも押し切られてしまった以上仕方がないわ。みんなひるんでしまった中、私は真っ先に手を挙げたの。なぜって私は改革派だから。
Risa, you want the school to integrate?
ええ。私は万仙のを愛しているわ。だから卒業した後もずっと残っていてほしい。
I see. There's an old saying. Eagles don't catch flies. Well, certainly a noble sentiment, but to adhere to that, even in continued decline, was a different matter entirely. Painful reform or slow death. Risa had chosen the former.
校門が見えてきたわ。
Ah, finally. As we had been talking the whole way, the long trip seemed to pass in no time.
今言った通り、学校に通える期間は限定なの。もちろん共学という結論になれば引き続き卒業まで通えるけれど、それでもいいかしら。
By limited, how long do you mean?
1年なの。年度末にグランデボート総選挙があって、その時に決まるから。
So, okay, grand vote. The end of the year vote for student council president. This year, it will also determine whether school reform, in other words, gender integration, passes. 1 year. Really was short. I still had 2 years of school before graduation. But that was only if the school voted against integration. There was still hope. But more importantly, if I refused, I would have to say goodbye to Risa now. I would leave Tsurugigaoka behind, go live with my mother, and probably never see her again. Couldn't stand that thought. I wasn't going to let it end here. Overwhelmed by that feeling, I nodded. Okay, I accept those terms.
本当にいいの？
Nah, but still better than my current situation. I wasn't even exaggerating.
ありがとう。私、本当に嬉しいわ。
She placed a hand on her chest and let out a deep sigh. Then she looked up at me, her eyes appeared dewy in the moonlight. I couldn't believe that my decision had made someone this happy. My realization sent a new surge of happiness welling up inside me.
なぜかしら。
Huh?
やっぱり助けてもらったからかな。私、あなたを見た瞬間からこの人しかいないって思っていて、本当よかった。
Oh, it's, I decided to not mention my vague feeling of deja vu and instead brought up another subject. But are you sure you won't get any trouble from the goons? I don't think those guys are gonna give up until they get what I owe them.
まあ大丈夫でしょう。バンセーヌは結構セキュリティはしっかりしているわ。何しろそれに
Whoops.
ガルディエーノは味方にすれば頼りになるから。あんな二人組、きっとなんてことはないでしょう。
There are only 2 people. There are 2-man mafia. What? I see. I'm glad to hear that.
じゃ、行きましょう。こんな嬉しい気持ちで帰ってこられるなんて。ガルディエンヌに追われた時は夢にも思わなかったわ。
When we arrived at the gate, a different guardian appeared. Lisa explained the situation, and they let us pass without issue. Wow. The cherry trees are beautiful.
ええ、本当に。
If this were a public park, it would surely have people coming from all over for night viewings of the trees. That's how beautiful they were.
この桜はね、ヴァンセンヌの名物の一つなの。4月になると、緊張でいっぱいの新入生をここで出迎えてくれるんだわ。
Wow.
マサヤさんも行ってみれば新入生よね。
The flowers in full bloom. The flowers in full bloom did seem like they were here to greet me. I had spent the entire year running away from people, but now that was a place that wanted me. That made me so happy. Lisa walked around to stand in front of me and held out her right hand. Let's go ahead and save here because that's probably gonna be the actual thumbnail. Anyway, I already read that.
今夜はあなたと出会えて本当に良かった。
It wasn't just a place. Right now, right in front of me, there was a person that wanted me to be here. I gritted my teeth to keep from trembling with joy and reached out to take her hand.
ヴァンセンヌへようこそ。
Also, I think I'm gonna do this on a chapter-by-chapter basis. I think that is reasonable. So I do believe I'm gonna end the part here, since I actually am slightly tired, since I didn't quite sleep enough yesterday, even though I did end up recording a short one, because I'm a fucking idiot. But yeah, like, I don't know, I have such a huge problem with sleeping, and doing this, like, chapter by chapter should give me, like, a better chance. I think. I'm just gonna ask y'alls, to anyone who knows this game, how long does, like, one chapter last? Like, tell me, and by the next time I'm gonna record more Princess Evangile, I'm gonna know. Because now there's 2 parts of Magicoi coming up. One should be the finale for good old Tsubame, where we bend to her will. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah, anyways. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye-bye.